like I see Mallory come on and she's talking about certain things, and I love her sass, but I have no idea what the insult was that she's defending herself on. Okay, I mean, she says it in her notes, but I'm like, I don't know who these people are. But then I realized, because like things were popping up, like, and I actually had the time over the weekend because I was like completely redoing both of my son's rooms, so I had to have something to listen to, right? um that people that I enjoy them talking about other things, they're literally, I must have missed the streams or something. They're literally saying like fake, like the history isn't right, one, okay? Because I've been around for a long time. The history is not right, one. And two, they're literally like trashing Mallory. And I know that there's like those insults thrown out by ignorant people, but I didn't realize there were people that actually like had a panel. This is how like out of the loop I was, right? And I saw that she was upset the other day, and I messaged her privately, and I thought, you know what? And she doesn't want defending on anything, probably. I don't know. I didn't talk to her about that at all. But I said, this probably would be counteractive if I wrote this under your channel. But I wanted to say this publicly as a person that's met Mallory, has gone through the most traumatic experience of her life with her, because I literally was there on the porch, okay? I was there on the porch when the knife came out, okay? Mallory, I knew that you were upset that night. This is how it went down. All that shit went down, okay? Mallory, me, and Dee were literally having a normal conversation on the porch. Like 10 minutes. It was like 10 minutes. It was like 10 minutes before I realized he was like disgruntled, and we didn't even know. We were like just chilling on the porch, and I was like fucking wasted because I was on vacation, right? And like then suddenly she's getting stuff on her stream that like Dee's pulling out knives and stuff. I'm like, dude, I just was like, because the way the house was set up, I could never remember the front door key code to get in, okay? So I went around the house because it had this full-on round balcony, and he looked kind of pissed and stuff, but I didn't like realize that he was pissed at us because we just had a conversation with him, right? And so I lived with Dee lived with me for a long time, okay? And he literally grew up like down the street from my mom. So like that was out of character for him completely on my end. And I didn't know what was going on. And see, here's the thing. Like everyone's saying like, oh, Mallory doesn't have this, or Mallory doesn't have this, so she has like 300 videos or whatever. Look, Mallory was like streaming inside and outside. So we were outside streaming, but she was also streaming on the inside. And she has what most people don't have. Like, well, all of us don't have. I think my camera was running in the kitchen at the time. I don't know. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. The whole point is she can reflect back and see how that went down, where she normally wouldn't be able to hear that shit, okay? And it literally, like, it blew my mind that was happening. Basically, Randy was, like, all huffy-puffy, and he was like, all of them, just get the fuck out. I'm done. Like, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? And I will tell you, Mallory did not get kicked out of the house. Like, Randy was ready for everyone to leave, right? And then afterwards, I was like, okay, well, Dee's gone. Let's let Mallory stay. And I talked to him about it. And you know what Mallory said? She goes, I am too disturbed by the situation. Honestly, honey, like, I won't be able to even sleep. We only have a couple hours, so we have to get out of this house. I'm going to leave, okay? And that's what she did. She was not kicked out of the house. Like, initially, Randy was like, fuck all of you, and get the fuck out of this house. But towards the end, Dee left, and she was able to stay if she wanted to, okay? I guess I didn't get the magnitude of like how traumatic that was for her. And I'm really sorry, Mallory, that I didn't. I know you told me. I'm really sorry about that. I mean, Mallory, like, how many of these women that are like trashing Mallory, like literally roll out of bed, put on a fresh pair of sweatpants, don't do their hair, barely brush their teeth, and come online and sit there for like 12 hours? Like, I mean, how many, like, Mallory gets up in the morning and does stuff. She, like, does her hair. She does everything that, like, what we would think a girl would be. Like, literally, the hair, the makeup. She enjoys that. How many of you women that don't have any gender issues, like, literally, like, fuck it, I'm not going to put on lipstick today. Do you know what I mean? Like, but she enjoys that. Like, if you met her in person, it would, and this is, and I'm not trying to defend her womanliness or whatever. I mean, it says it for itself, okay? But to be somebody just because you have a vagina, okay, or you're a man that likes to gossip on the internet like a little sissy with everybody and say those things about Mallory, that's kind of fucked up. Like, it is kind of fucked up in my perspective because I've met Mallory in person.